how that mindset or how that thought evade away with time. Well, back in India, we used to see American shiny part of it. That part we see in movies and TVs. We think people are very considerate, they are very liberal, they are very much helpful all the time. They extend their helping hands all the time. Well, some people might disagree with me, but that's what we see in TVs. When I came here the first time to New York, well, it started evading away from the beginning. In India, the pizza, burger, those are like delicacy. Because we see that the food is from the first world country. As soon as I came to New York, I realized that that is not true anymore. That is a very bad food. The reason? Because they fooled Indians by putting the Indian spices in that food in India. So basically that food is not good when you came here. The same thing started with my parents as well. They arrived to San Francisco. They were at first very, how can I say, strange and amused by the fact that the city is so clean. There is no cab drivers mobbing them. In India, when you used to get out of the airport or the railway station, you would be surrounded by cab drivers. They would ask, "Where are you going, son? Where are you going, beta?" I said, "Okay." I got scared initially in India actually one time, and I said, "Okay, I'm not going anywhere." And the one logical reply was, "Well, you are coming just out. You should go somewhere." So my parents came here. I took them to San Francisco, and I was driving. At one point, there was a red light came out, and I stopped abruptly, a little bit close to the zebra crossing, I would say. And one person just started walking by and said, "What are you doing there?" And my parents are like surprised. "What is this? I mean, everyone is obeying rule here. In India, everyone just cross as they want. Pedestrians are actually left on the mercy of the drivers, not the mercy of the God. They have to cross the road while seeing whether there is a car coming or not. You just go a little bit in front and see if there is a car coming, you quickly come back." So basically, after several trial and error, sometimes you may be able to cross the road. Or what you do sometimes you gather around with a lot of people. Then you walk slowly, and you think that okay, that cars would see this large group of people and would stop. Well, that happens sometimes, but sometimes the big truck drivers, they will come very close to you to scare you actually, and then you have to just run. Well, so I was taking them, and they were like very pleased. Okay, this country is so good, but on the first day itself, they realized something else. So I was driving back them to Reno. On I-80, I had to stop for a traffic, and one person just hit me at the back at 50. So it was a very bad experience for me. Now, the driving skill that we developed in India, that actually helped on me on that day. In India, you always stay alert that okay, somebody can make a mistake. Because there are so many drivers, they are coming this way, that way. You just have to always that you have to brake or you have to do something. That is in our mindset. And I saw the car when just like fraction of a second before hitting me. So I don't know how did I do that, but I just turned late. So basically that thing paid off, that mindset. And I went on the grass. I was thrown away like 100 meters or so. That's okay. My father was injured. The driver who was in front of me, he stopped a little bit in front and came out. And I told them that, okay, I don't know how happened, I was scared. So to cheer me up, he said, "Well, everyone come here to America and see the gloomy part. Your parents happen to see the other part of America." I said, "Well, we have an accident, we may go to hospital, I have insurances. What will happen? Nothing can happen. I mean, I'm covered." So I took my father to the hospital, but later on I realized when I was struggling with insurance agents, I was struggling with a huge bill from the hospital and other agents from the DMV, from rental car and everything. It is not that much good. You see that there are people who are helpful. Actually, I realized that in India, it might be dirty, it might be not shiny, but you don't get a bankruptcy bill on your one visit to the hospital. You don't, and you don't have to ruin your entire research life for 2 months running between the lawyers, running behind the insurance agents. Okay, thank you.